Are you guys tired of spending your hard-earned money just to get terrible pack odds? Well, look no further. Visit my sponsor EasyMut.com for the fastest, cheapest, and most reliable Madden 21 coins. Use code JTibbs for 5% off your purchase. YouTube, what is going on? JTibbs back with another video. Before we even get into it, I know, y'all see it. Y'all are gonna roast me. Y'all are constantly saying I look fried in my videos. I look high. Well, I figured I might as well play the part with this hat.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Alright guys, before we get into the video, my new coin sponsor is going to be doing, again, every single video we're going to be doing free coin giveaways for either Xbox or PS, PlayStation. So all you got to do to enter is smack a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment the words down below, defense, to be entered to win some free coins. Like, who doesn't want some free coins? So I'm sure you guys are already aware of this, but a new patch came out, and I'm personally loving it. I played an online ranked head-to-head game. I played an Ultimate Team head-to-head ranked game, and I've noticed a really cool thing. The defense is a lot better. Now, I wanted to go over a defense I've been kind of keeping on wraps for now. It's a little glitch. You can get A gaps out of it. It's disgusting, and I'm here to break it down for you guys. Alright guys, so we are in the Washington football team defensive playbook. Now we're going to be going and using the formation nickel normal. Now I personally always like to have someone who's a good lurker at linebacker and also at safety. So we're going to have Isaiah Simmons, and then we're going to have Budda Baker. Now obviously we're going to go ahead and be kind of showing you guys how this defense works. Now against a bunch of trips tight end, against an amazing player like a J-Wall or Fancy, obviously, if I go against their trips tight end, I'll have to play with auto flip off just so I can control them, slow them down, that kind of thing. But against someone who's kind of casual in it, someone who's all right in it, I always like to go with it on. And I'll even go with it on against a good player just to see how it works, feel them out. If it starts backfiring, then I get out of it. Now, we're going to be going to the play Nickel Blitz 2. Now, this is a very good defense, and I'm going to show you why. Now, against a defense like this, I'm always sending, against an offense like this, I'm always sending 7. Always sending 7, doesn't matter. So if they max protect, have a little cover 2 beater concept kind of like this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to base align. We're then going to press the front bumper and down on the left stick. We're then going to repeatedly blitz our linebackers. We're going to blitz them once and then keep on blitzing down. And you can keep on Y down until that backer gets in that gap. Now, I always like to shift the line to the left and don't touch the line. Do not crash them out, up, down. The angle they're on is already good, and I'm going to tell you why. It's a stock angle that is given by these plays. Now, I like to hover in this gap right here and blitz my user. Now, just so you guys see, this is against a max protect. So what I'm going to do is once they snap the ball, blitz for a second. You don't even have to engage in this defense. Just get the attention of the offensive lineman and then go back and cover. Now, as you guys see right there, I'm going to go back and cover, and pretty much we get really good shots. Now, I just want to make this for the record. Now, the way I showed you guys it, because that linebacker is always going to come down into that gap, is you want to do it very swiftly. You want to do it in one swift motion, because you want that backer, Budda Baker, right here. You want him to sit in this gap in between these two guys. You don't want him to go at, you kind of want him to be over the center, if that makes sense. So you're going to basically, I like to blitz all linebackers, baseline press, baseline press, baseline press. Now, obviously, if you want, or you can go ahead, and as you guys see, I'm going to go ahead and move him back. If I can get on him, that is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blitz all linebackers. I'm going to baseline and then go down like this. Now, obviously, he's not going to move right now, so I'm just going to kind of call it a dead play right there and just give it to my tight end. Now, it's very important when setting this up, you do want to go ahead and set it up quickly. So, blitz all linebackers, baseline press. And then press, get him in that gap. Because once you baseline press, he's going to kind of hover over this guy right here. And you want him to get in between this gap with the center. Again, this right here is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I personally am cool with that. Again, we're going to go ahead and blitz our linebackers and then press. So as you guys see, this is kind of what the defense is looking like. Again, you do want him to be in the gap where I'm at with Simmons, but again, it's fine. You can even hover around, play around with these gaps, as you guys see right there. We do end up cutting really good coverage and good pressure. Now, I'm going to set this up really, really quickly this next time. So just watch. So again, we're going to first baseline RB down, RB down, RB down, RB down, RB down, RB down. We're just going to try and get him in this gap. We're going to blitz, get him in this gap. There we go. That's perfect. So as you guys see right there, right here is a prime example. Once you baseline and then RB down and you get him to sit behind this guy right here, Pico, that's perfect, because then you can then blitz your linebackers, globally blitz them, and then start Y or triangle depending on what system you're on, and down, down, down. So that's perfect right there. That is literally perfect. That is what you want. Now it's very important, do not accidentally switch on these guys and move them back, because then the blitz isn't going to be as good. But this is kind of the ideal blitz situation. You want to have this gap for your user, for yourself. And if you have time, you can bring these guys down. Again, this is always going to be a cover 2 shell look. I think it's the best look you can give someone, unless it's like a 4th and forever, or 3rd and forever, if you're blitzing heavy. Now, as you guys are going to see, we're going to baseline again. We're going to set up the cover 2 beater. And here we go. You guys are going to see this thing's going to scream. We're either going to get an A gap from our linebacker or our guy off the edge. And as you guys see right there, I'm peeling off. And boom, nothing is open. Clear as day. Now, I'm going to go into instant replay and break down why this happened. So as you guys see, we are in instant replay, man. I love how this defense plays. So as you guys see, my user attached for just a second. I'm peeling off. Again, you see how Buda Baker gets the A gap. Now the running back has a decision to make. Will he A, slide over to help with this blitzing delayed corner, or obviously stop the immediate pressure? Obviously, if you're smart enough, you're going to stop the immediate pressure. And it also helps we have Chandler Jones coming off the edge for a sack. But as you guys see, our guy is coming off the edge because of how compact the defense is. Number 65 on the edge. As you guys see, he could take him, he could step back, but he can't because he sees the clogged linebackers coming in. And it also helps to have linebackers at end. I would highly suggest you guys do that just because of how easy the pressure is to send. Now again, we're going to go ahead and set this up. We're going to baseline, RB down, get him sitting there, blitz our linebackers, and then start pressing. Start pressing, get him in that gap. Now, obviously, if you want, it's completely up to you. You guys can go ahead and crash the line down. I personally don't think it's the best idea just because of how good the angles are and how good everyone is, you know, obviously out of them. But as you guys see, we're going to, again, set it up. We're going to actually go to a different play. We're going to go to 4 verts, and we're just going to kind of, you know, set up a defense or an offense just kind of like this. So as you guys see, stand in that gap, attract the attention, and then go lurk. Now, what I love about this defense is you can sometimes get an A gap out of it. And I'm going to try and actually go ahead and do with that. So if you want to try and get the A gap in, and I think this is one of the better ones against the run. If you know for sure they're passing, you want to do the first setup, but this is the second setup. So again, you're going to baseline RB or front R1 down. You're going to let him set. You're then going to blitz the linebacker, press, 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 press. You want to make sure he sits in that A gap, but it's fine. This right here is fine. And you're going to hover in this gap right here. Now, if this guy, if Buda Baker, if he ends up going in between these guys right here, then you're obviously going to want to hover in your gap. But this is the only gap that's open. So personally, you can sit in this gap. Now, if you do want to get the best, obviously, as you guys see, sheds, you do want to engage with the linemen. So as you guys see, we're max protecting here. We're going to engage and then peel off right there. Now, he does end up coming in a little bit quicker, and if you have time, this is what you can do, obviously. And you also want to make sure he sets so you can get in that A gap. You don't want to set him too soon, but you can move him closer to it if you want, and just something like that right there. So boom. And as you guys see, this is going to be a little bit quicker because we moved our corner in. So as you guys see right there, we end up peeling off, and nothing's really open. Obviously, it makes a late read. He's able to go ahead and do that. Now, if you do want to go ahead, and this is kind of scummy, but I would highly recommend it if you have someone who is really just carving up your defense. Honestly, you can turbo rush. And the turbo rush out of this is pretty simple. Again, you're just going to kind of sim the gap, and you're going to let your user basically hold the controller, let the CPU do the work, but you're going to use your gap, shoot through the middle, and obviously you can then click on right there. You can try and run around the line, the running back. But again, everything's very simple with this shed defense. So we're going to do it one more time. Baseline R1 down. We're going to wait for him to set. We're then going to press, press, press. There we go. Boom. And as you guys see right here, this is what the defense is looking like. And again, you guys don't have to, you know, move the line to the left. You don't have to do any of that. You can keep them, you know, obviously right there if you want. But obviously, if you want to move them to the left, that's fine. a lot of the times, more often than not, I will shift them to the left once everything's set up, and then I'll kind of hover in this gap. And as you guys see right there, we are going to get a little bit of quicker pressure coming off the edge. Now, this type of defense is very, very good. However, let's say you set everything up, and, you know, obviously your opponent obviously wants to go ahead and quick hike you. And you guys are going to see right here that this can be obviously a scenario. And I'm going to move him back. So let's see, excuse me, not quick hike, flip the play. So let's say they're like, you know what, screw this, we're going to flip the play. Okay, cool, whatever. You know what I mean? Like same old thing. So I'm going to move this guy back because, again, I don't want my user to be on that side. I don't want him to have to, obviously, you know, deal with that kind of stuff. But again, I'll just move Alfred over. You don't have to. You don't even have to stand in a gap. But if you have time to move them over, because usually when they flip, they're usually already set up. You know, they're already setting up for something in advance. You guys are going to see right there that this is going to come in a little bit quicker with the flip, just due to the fact that the running back is going to have to pick up the A gap. I'll show you guys an instant replay just so you kind of, you know, can wrap your head around it. So again, as you guys see, an instant replay, we're going to get that same A gap. We're always going to get an A gap. It's just what's going to happen. And obviously, I really don't understand why we get A gaps better than when they don't block a running back, but it's Madden for you. But as you guys see right there, if they do end up flipping the play, personally, you know, it is going to be a little bit easier. Now, if you guys have time to go ahead and set that up and get it to where you can get him a little bit quicker in, he will come in quicker. Because this is like a 1, 2, 3, not even 3 sometimes, second blitz. Like, it just plays that well. So ultimately, I would highly recommend you guys come out in this defense against trips, tight end, or bunch, just due to the fact that the pressure is very hard to stop. You can't max protect versus it. The only way you're going to beat this is with quick reads, and a lot of these guys cannot make the read quick enough. Alright guys, that wraps it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to smack a huge thumbs up on the video. Let me know down below in the comments what type of videos you guys would like to see next. I know this is a bit of a long one. I appreciate it if you stuck until the end. Guys, I'm signing off. See you guys next time. And as always, peace.